Is it getting harder to feel like the man you used to be? Does the confidence you once took for granted feel like it's slipping away? You're not alone in this. So many men reaching this stage of life face those frustrating, often embarrassing moments when things just don't work the way they used to. It can feel like a deeply personal failure, a sign that youth is truly gone. And it affects more than just your private life. It can chip away at your self-esteem, impact your relationships, and make you feel isolated. Even when you're surrounded by people who care about you, you might have tried the usual things, maybe even talked to a doctor, only to be told it's just part of getting older. Or perhaps given a prescription that feels like a temporary fix. But what if there's something else going on? Something that's often overlooked, even by medical professionals. That could be a key piece of the puzzle. What if the reasons behind erectile difficulties, especially as we age, are far more complex and surprising than most people realize? There's a deeper connection happening in your body. A surprising link that research is just now beginning to fully understand. And when you grasp it, it can change everything. In this video, we're going to look at this surprising truth, a connection that even the doctors are finding fascinating, and how understanding it could offer a path forward. Stick around, because what you learn by the end might truly surprise you, moving beyond the surface. Let's delve into this surprising aspect that many men, and even some doctors, might not immediately consider when looking at erectile difficulties. It's easy to focus solely on blood flow. And yes, healthy circulation is absolutely critical. But it's not the whole story. Think of your body as a complex ecosystem, with different systems constantly talking to each other. One conversation that is proving to be far more important than we previously thought is the one happening between your gut and your brain, and how that impacts your entire body, including your ability to achieve and maintain an erection. You might be thinking, my gut, what does that have to do with down there? It turns out, quite a lot. Your digestive system isn't just about processing food. It's home to trillions of bacteria, your gut microbiome. And this microscopic community has a profound influence on your overall health, including your hormonal balance, inflammation levels, and even your nervous system. When your gut microbiome is out of balance, when there are too many bad bacteria or not enough good ones, it can lead to something called chronic low-grade inflammation. This isn't the kind of inflammation you feel when you twist an ankle. It's a subtle, persistent state of alert throughout your body. This low-grade inflammation can damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels over time, the very vessels needed for healthy blood flow to the penis. It can also interfere with the production and regulation of nitric oxide, a molecule absolutely essential for relaxing those blood vessels and allowing blood to flow in. So, while you might be focusing on cholesterol or blood pressure, the root cause of the blood vessel issues could be stemming from an unhappy gut. Furthermore, the gut-brain connection is a two-way street. Your gut produces a significant amount of neurotransmitters, including serotonin, which affects mood and overall well-being. An imbalanced gut can contribute to feelings of anxiety, stress, and depression, which in turn are well-known contributors to erectile difficulties. It creates a vicious cycle. Gut imbalance leads to inflammation and poor circulation, which impacts function, leading to stress and anxiety, which further worsens gut health and erectile issues. It's a cascade effect that often starts silently in your digestive tract. So, what does this mean practically? It means paying attention to your gut health isn't just about avoiding indigestion. It's a potential strategy for improving erectile function. Simple steps can make a big difference. Increasing your intake of fiber-rich foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Incorporating fermented foods like yogurt with live and active cultures, sauerkraut, or kefir can introduce more good bacteria. Reducing processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive unhealthy fats can help starve the less desirable microbes. Think about how you feel after eating certain foods. Sometimes, that sluggish feeling or brain fog is your gut sending signals that something isn't right. Addressing these signals through dietary changes can start to heal your gut lining, reduce inflammation, and potentially improve blood vessel health throughout your body, including the ones critical for erections. It's not an overnight fix, but consistent effort in nurturing your gut can lead to surprising positive changes that ripple outwards to many aspects of your health, including this sensitive area. Now, while your gut plays a surprisingly significant role, there's another often overlooked factor that can contribute to these difficulties, one that involves the intricate network of nerves that carry signals throughout your body. Continuing our exploration of the surprising factors behind erectile difficulties, let's shine a light on something that might seem even more distant from the bedroom than your gut: the health of your nerves. While blood flow is crucial for the physical engorgement aspect of an erection, it's the signals from your brain, traveling down through your spinal cord and out through your nerves, that initiate the process in the first place. Think of it like needing fuel blood in the tank, but also needing the ignition key and working electrical system nerves to get the engine running. As we age, our nervous system can become less efficient. This can manifest in subtle ways you might not even connect to erectile function. Conditions like peripheral neuropathy, often associated with diabetes but also potentially caused by nutrient deficiencies, certain medications, or even just the aging process itself, can affect the fine nerve endings responsible for sending and receiving signals in the pelvic area. These aren't the big nerves that control your leg movements, but smaller, more delicate nerves responsible for sensation and the automatic responses involved in arousal. If these nerve signals are weak or damaged, the message from your brain to prepare for action might not get through effectively, regardless of how healthy your blood vessels are. Consider this: sometimes erectile issues aren't about getting blood flow, but about the signals that tell the body to send the blood flow. If the nerve is sending a weak signal, or if the target cells in the penis aren't receiving the signal properly, the necessary relaxation of blood vessels and inflow of blood just won't happen effectively. This nerve health aspect is often less discussed than cholesterol or blood pressure, yet it's a vital component. What influences nerve health? Well, the same chronic inflammation we discussed in relation to gut health can also damage nerves. Poor blood sugar control, even if you aren't diagnosed with full-blown diabetes, can gradually harm nerve fibers. Certain nutritional deficiencies, particularly B vitamins like B12 folate and B6, are critical for nerve function and myelin sheath formation, the protective coating around nerves. Deficiencies in these vitamins, which can become more common as we age due to changes in digestion or diet, can directly impair nerve signaling. Another surprising nerve-related factor can be subtle nerve compression or irritation. This isn't always obvious, like a pinched nerve in your back causing pain. Sometimes, prolonged sitting in certain positions, tight clothing, or even the way you sleep can put pressure on nerves in the pelvic region or along the path they take from the spine. While often temporary, chronic pressure could potentially contribute to nerve signal issues over time. So, how can you support nerve health? First, address any underlying conditions like blood sugar issues. Even prediabetes needs attention. Ensure your diet includes foods rich in B vitamins, like lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, leafy greens, and fortified cereals. Though absorption can be an issue with age, sometimes requiring supplementation, but always discuss this with a doctor. Managing inflammation through diet and lifestyle, as we touched on with gut health, is also key because inflammation is toxic to nerves. Simple activities like walking can improve circulation to nerve endings, and practices like stretching or yoga can help improve posture and potentially relieve subtle nerve compression. It's about supporting the electrical system of your body, ensuring those vital messages get through clearly and strongly. Combining this focus on nerve health with addressing gut health creates a more comprehensive approach to the underlying issues that can contribute to erectile difficulties, looking beyond just the plumbing to include the wiring and the internal environment. There's yet another piece to this puzzle, one that many people take for granted in their daily routine, but which has a surprisingly profound impact. This brings us to the final piece of the puzzle that often surprises people when they learn about its connection to erectile function, the critical, often underestimated role of sleep and stress management. You might think, everyone knows sleep is important. But the way it impacts something as specific as erectile health is often overlooked. It's not just about feeling tired. It's about what insufficient or poor quality sleep does to your body's fundamental operating systems, including hormonal regulation and recovery processes essential for sexual function. During deep sleep, your body is busy repairing itself, balancing hormones, and consolidating energy. For men, testosterone production, which plays a role in libido and the ability to achieve erections, follows a circadian rhythm, with the highest levels typically produced during deep sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation or consistently poor sleep quality disrupts this natural rhythm and can lead to lower testosterone levels over time. But it's not just about testosterone. Poor sleep also increases levels of stress hormones like cortisol. Elevated cortisol levels can suppress testosterone production and negatively impact nitric oxide production, interfering with blood flow. It's a double whammy: lower function supporting hormones and higher function inhibiting stress hormones. Think about how you feel after a truly restful night's sleep versus a night of tossing and turning. You have more energy, think more clearly, and generally feel more resilient. This resilience extends to your physiological processes, including those required for sexual function. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's a biological necessity for maintaining hormonal balance and reducing the inflammatory load on your body, both of which, as we've discussed, are crucial for healthy erectile function. Simple habits like sticking to a regular sleep schedule, creating a dark, quiet, cool bedroom environment, and winding down before bed can significantly improve sleep quality. Avoiding screens right before bed and limiting caffeine and alcohol in the evening are also important steps. Now, let's talk about stress. We all experience stress, but it's chronic, unmanaged stress that really takes a toll. When you're stressed, your body goes into a fight or flight mode, diverting resources away from non-essential functions. And from a biological standpoint, reproduction isn't essential when you're trying to outrun a perceived threat. The constant flood of stress hormones, particularly cortisol, constricts blood vessels, the opposite of what you need for an erection, and can directly interfere with the nervous signals required. Furthermore, the psychological burden of chronic stress, anxiety, and worry about performance can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, creating a mental block that makes physical function even harder. Managing stress isn't always easy, but finding healthy ways to cope is vital. This could involve practices like meditation or mindfulness, which can help calm the nervous system. Regular physical activity, even just a brisk walk, is a powerful stress reducer. Engaging in hobbies, spending time in nature, or connecting with friends and loved ones can also help lower stress levels. It's about actively finding ways to signal to your body that it's safe to relax and move out of that constant state of alert. The surprising part for many is just how directly and profoundly chronic stress and poor sleep sabotage the very mechanisms required for healthy erections. It's not just about feeling tired or anxious. It's a direct physiological interference. So, when we look at erectile difficulties, especially as we get older, it's rarely one single issue. It's a complex interplay of factors, many of which are less obvious than simply checking blood pressure or cholesterol. We've explored how the surprising health of your gut and its connection to inflammation and overall body function plays a role, how the delicate signals from your nerves need to be strong and clear, and how the foundational pillars of good sleep and effective stress management are absolutely non-negotiable for hormonal balance and overall resilience. Understanding these less talked about connections How an imbalanced gut can fuel inflammation that damages blood vessels and nerves. How poor nerve health disrupts those crucial signals. And how chronic stress and lack of sleep throw your entire system out of whack offers a different perspective. It shows that while medication might provide temporary relief, truly addressing erectile difficulties, especially in later life, often requires looking deeper at these underlying systemic issues that might be surprising even to medical professionals focused on specific specialties. The truly encouraging news is that you have more agency than you might think. While getting older does bring changes, debilitating erectile issues aren't always an inevitable part of aging. By focusing on nurturing your gut health through diet, supporting your nervous system with proper nutrition and movement, and prioritizing restorative sleep and stress reduction, you're not just tackling one symptom, you're improving your overall health in ways that can have a profound, positive impact on your erectile function. Remember, these aren't instant fixes. Healing the gut takes time. Improving nerve health is a gradual process, and mastering sleep and stress takes consistent effort. But by taking small, consistent steps in these areas, adding more fiber to your diet, ensuring you're getting essential nutrients, aiming for that crucial 7 to 9 hours of sleep, finding a stress-reducing activity you enjoy, you can start to shift the balance in your body. You are supporting the complex systems that need to work together for healthy function. Don't let the frustration or embarrassment keep you isolated. Talk to your doctor. But go armed with this knowledge about the surprising connections between gut health, nerve health, sleep, and stress. Ask questions about these areas. Explore lifestyle changes with the understanding that they address root causes, not just symptoms. Small changes, made consistently, can lead to significant improvements in your energy, your mood, your overall health, and yes, in your erectile function. It's about reclaiming your vitality and feeling confident in your body again. If you found this information surprising or helpful, please give this video a like. It helps us reach more men who might be struggling in silence. And if you have any thoughts or experiences with these topics, share them in the comments below. Your perspective could help others. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos dedicated to helping you live your best life at every age. Remember, understanding the surprising truth is the first step towards finding solutions and reclaiming your confidence. Live your best life at every age.